Again, we can't keep eating ice cream. It's not as much as it's lovely. Now, what we're going to do is give you 3 differences between seals and sea lions, and at the end, I'm going to ask you a question, so you do actually have to pay attention to me. So, our first difference we've got is the size of their flippers. Now, if you're an adult in the audience, wave your hands in the air like you just don't care, because there's a party up in here. Now, your hand is the same size as a seal's flipper, so just not that big if you compare it to the size of Callum's. Look at those flippers. Look how big they are. They're absolutely huge. It means when he's swimming around, he can swim up to 25 miles per hour in the water, and he can also propel himself up into the air of a height of 3 meters. Now, up he goes, guys. He's going to aim for the second one. Here we go. Loads of cheering. Give him a round of applause. Yeah. You definitely wouldn't see a seal do that, not at all, because he's a star, isn't he, Callum? Yeah. Now that second difference we've got is what is on the side of their heads, and hopefully you're using yours right now. They're called ears. Now his stick out a little bit, kind of like Shrek, though he's not green, doesn't smell like onions, it just smells like fish. He also doesn't live in a swamp, but whatever. A lot of water though. Now it means sea lions, they have a little sticky out ears. Seals just have holes, okay? So sea lions, sticky outy bits, and seals, holes. And I think they are really, really cute. Look at those ears. They also push back as well when they swim to make sure you don't get that horrible water in your ear sensation. No one wants that. Now, our third and final difference is how they move. Now, he's going to show you his seal impression. He's very good at this, but it does get a little embarrassing. So make sure you give him a great big cheer. So seals move like this. They have a fixed hip joint, and when they move, they kind of move like a slug or a caterpillar, I'd say. It's not that elegant, really, is it? Not at all. Because when sea lions move, they have a rotating hip joint. They can move with all 4 flippers tucked underneath them, so they can tuck it, and then they can manoeuvre all around. They're a lot more elegant than a seal, definitely a lot more elegant. Because what they can also do is they can move really, really quick, and they can climb. They can climb over rocks, beaches, or the sea lions if they have to. They can also climb up this conveniently placed tower. Now when he gets to the end, guys, give him a great big cheer. Better than that. Come on, great big cheer. Isn't he brilliant? He's an absolute star, he really is. Now I'm going to double check that you guys were paying attention, so fingers crossed. If you get it wrong, you're not allowed back, so the stakes are high. So after 3, what is Callum? 1, 2, 3, go! Sea lion! I heard all sea lion. Callum approves. Very good job, guys, very good job. Now Callum's also going to show us today a little bit on how we do our training. How do we do it? Now you may think that we give them chocolate, we give them biscuits, but that's what we have, because you can also use this training for humans as well. Works with your partners if you want them to wash up, and I've heard it works with your kids if you want them to brush their teeth. I don't know how she managed it, but she did. Now, what we start off with is fish and a whistle, which is in Vicky's mouth, not the fish, the whistle. And what she does is blows the whistle, gives him a fish. Blows the whistle, gives him a fish. And we do this over and over again, so the sea lion realises the whistle means a tasty treat. Then what we do is we use this beautiful lollipop. Doesn't taste like one though. It's called a target stick. It's actually covered in sea lion bogies and fish guts. It's lovely, it's really nice. If you do need to borrow one, don't use ours, purchase your own. It would be weird. And what we do is we hold it out and the sea lion just touches it with their nose. Now our sea lions have been trained with this technique ever since they arrived with us at around 1 year old. Callum's 17 now, so he really knows how to work this. We can manoeuvre their head around, we can move their head out of the way, but we can also shape the behaviour and ask them to do really cool things like that. Because obviously, wherever their head is going, the body's going to follow as well. It's very, very cool. Yes, he says, give me a round of applause. Now, what we do then is we add in hand and body cues. Now, you've already seen Vicky use a couple of them already. They can be quite simple, such as putting her hands behind the back means for him to follow Callum. Follow. There we go. And flicking her hand backwards gives him a bit of sass. She could then turn over her entire body and ask him to turn with her. Now we use these hand and body cues because Vicky is from Edinburgh. The accent gets a little complicated, and then when you add in my Mancunian one, oh, it's all over the show. So we make sure our hand and cue bodies hand and body cues are exactly the same to make sure there's no issues between our trainings. We want everything to be perfect for our lovely, lovely lads. Now once all that's done, we also do a thing called capturing. We sit in the audience like yourselves, we have a little look at their behaviour, and if there's anything that we like the look of, we capture it by blowing the whistle and giving them a fish. My personal favourite is the blowing bubbles. I absolutely love this one. So all he does is come to the end of the beach, sticks his nose in and just blow. Yeah. He absolutely loves that. You may see him doing it at the end of the show when he's having a decompression session, and he'll be blowing bubbles because he loves the feel on his face. He really does, don't you? Yeah. Now once all that is done, everything's together and they're really, really well trained, which our lovely lads are, we can show off a little bit and we can show how incredible our lovely boys are. Now anything he does, give him a great big cheer, loads of clapping. Isn't he absolutely fantastic, isn't he? So we're going to finish that section with Callum, and we're going to bring out our second sea lion for you guys. Callum does love a good nap, so he's going to go have a bit of a rest till his next show. He is basically the granddad of our little group. Now our second sea lion we're going to bring out for you is going to be Jack. Now Jack looks slightly different from Callum. Bounty, our other one that we do have, who we'll see later on in the day. And that's because Jack is a different colour. He's a light brown and silver. That coloration actually fits more of a female sea lion. He's also smaller as well. We don't know why, he just is. But it means he's a little bit smaller, a little bit lighter, he's about 130 kilos, whereas Callum is 169, so there is a little bit of a difference. But he's going to be ending on the left-hand stand, and he's going to be showing us how we do our training today. There he is. So we're going to start off by being super polite. We're going to say hello to Jack, so everyone give him a wave. It's my favourite one, puts his whole body into it, it's just fantastic. So he's going to show us a little bit on why we do our training. Now you may think it's to entertain you, it's to bring you guys here, but of course you want to see our lovely, lovely lads. But we use it because we want to make sure they're fit and healthy. We want to make sure their brains are being worked. Now, we do health checks and they take part in their own medical care. So we can get them to open their mouths, we'll check their teeth over. Their teeth are actually cone-shaped. They don't chew their food, they just swallow it whole. But we need to make sure that area is still looking really nice. You can also check his breath at that point, give it a quick sniff, make sure he's looking and smelling lovely, which normally he's not. But it means we get a lovely little kiss at that point as well. He's not is he covered in fish this time? Little bit. Oh, it's not as bad as last time. That was really bad last time. It was everywhere. It was awful. Now what we can also do at this point is check his eyes, look at his ears, and we can also check for anything that we are concerned about. And the main ones we look for is lumps and bumps, any grazes on their flippers as they've been moving around, and if there is, we can call out our on-site vet. Oh, we can just show off. That does also help us check the back flippers as well, because we can get a good idea of what his bum's looking like and his back flippers too. Now, what I'm going to show you is the most incredible behaviour you have ever seen. I'm going to go ta-da and you're going to go woo. Here we go. Ta-da, everybody woo. Woo! Yeah. I love this microphone. It's brilliant. So, this is called a layout. Looks a little weird, I understand, but this is so our sea lions stay perfectly still when we bring our vet out. Now, our vet means that we can work around them, we can walk around them, check them over, we can take blood from back flippers, x-rays, ultrasounds, anything that we need to do. Now we do this because sea lions have no collarbone. If they didn't lie down still and they were actually in one of our stands, their head can flip to their bum really, really fast. If I was a vet and was at one end and the teethy end was then staring at me, I don't think I'd greatly appreciate that at all. Now the other thing that we do is we make sure they're worked out. We give them lots of exercise, we work them, because we want to make sure that they're fit and healthy. We want to make sure that their brains are working, because these guys are super duper smart. So we'll start off with a bit of basketball. Yeah. So this is a real basketball. Sometimes it does go over the glass. Do not protect your face with your child. We have seen that happen multiple times. It's funny and we will make fun of you for it for the rest of your life. Now this looks a little strange. You're probably wondering why we do this. But it's because it's a full body workout. Gets them warmed up, gets those muscles moving. Uses his eyes because he's looking for the ball. He's using his flippers because he's having to swim around. But the main one it's using is actually his whiskers. Because as he's moving, and if you were having a camera right next to his face, you'd see that his whiskers actually move forwards with the ball. That's because they're sensing where that ball is and helping them manoeuvre it into the right position and the right target. And he's very good at bringing it back. Give him a round of applause. It's so good. And what we can also do is we can test the audience. We want to see how clever you guys are feeling today. Now we've got 5 rings, and what we're going to do is we're going to throw them over towards Jack, and then you guys are going to count along. Now we can only really do the number 1, so if you could do the rest, that would be great. But you're going to have to be super duper loud because Vicky is loud. I think it's the Scot in you. It really is, yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw the first one. Everyone's going to scream number 1. Ready? Here we go. 1! Wow. That was quite impressive, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, that was really impressive. You guys, however, are actually not bad. I'm going to give you that one. Weren't bad. So we're going to go for number 2. A bit more enthusiasm. Here we go. 2! We've had a long time. Very good job, guys. Nice and loud. That's what we like to hear. Now what we can also do is throw these in the water, and then Jack has to go and collect them. Now again, this is working his brain. He's got very good at getting them in the water, but what he can't really do at the minute is get them on the land. So what he does instead is he pushes them into the water to make his life a lot easier, which is quite clever. I'm going to give him that. Now what he has to do is go around, collect all the rings up. And we've only had 5 rings for the last week or so I'm wondering if Ian's going to get all of them. That would be quite interesting to see. Now what he sometimes does is he gets all of them in his mouth, realises they don't fit, then has to remember to drop them so he can put them back over his head. So he's got 2, he has lost 1, so fingers crossed he's going to work this out. So there's the 3rd one, we've got 2 more to go. 4, 5, yeah. I'm quite glad he remembered to have 5 since he broke the 5th one. I've lost the 5th ring for the last couple of months. It was at the bottom of the pool because Jack ripped it in half and took it with him. Although he has been playing with it for the last few months at the bottom of the pool, so he was quite happy. Now obviously all of that is working his brain, but then he is incredible. He is very, very, very smart. So we're going to finish on one last amazing thing, and you guys are going to see this. You're going to cheer, you're going to clap, you're going to give him loads of attention because Jack is amazing and he is a good star and he is a good boy. He is a good boy. Yeah, oh, it could go wrong. Vicky might get pulled in, but you know, you never know. He might land on the hoop. But here we go, guys. Fingers crossed it all goes well. Give him a cheer if it does. Here we go. Ah, fantastic. So we're going to finish our show up there. If you do have any queries or questions, please come down to the front. We'll be happy to answer anything that you do have. Thank you very much for joining us today, and enjoy the rest of your day here at Midlands Safari Park. Thank you.